The following program may contain strong language and mature content. Viewer discretion is advised. What's going on, Mavericks? We are back with another episode of The Unusual Mavericks. Welcome back from the autumn break.
Yes. We hope everyone had a wonderful and peaceful Thanksgiving Day week and weekend. For sure.
I am full.
Yes, squad. A lot of good food.
A lot of good food. So we have a lot to talk about. We're out a week.
Yes. We've got a lot to unpack, everyone.
But I will say that Dominic is going to be taking the lead today because he knows all things DC and Marvel. So, and he's in that tea. You know what I'm saying? He gets in there. So,
trying to stay up to date. That's for sure.
So first off, let's not even waste any time. Let's get into the Maverick Alert.
Maverick Alert.
Yes.
Everyone.
All right, guys, it's time to get into the Maverick Alert. All right, so first up, shout out to James Gunn.
Yes.
Because we have been waiting for this for so long, and it has finally been announced that Green Lantern is going to be a series on HBO Max.
Yes.
And not just any old Green Lantern.
That's right.
The Black Green Lantern.
Our favorite.
The only one that matters to me.
John Stewart.
John Stewart.
Yes. And there's also news of Mr. Terrific coming into the DCU.
Didn't hear about that.
That is really exciting. James Gunn released a statement and put something on his, I believe, Twitter page saying that one of his top priorities is to bring Mr. Terrific into the universe. Most people don't know this, but in the DC universe, he is one of the top 3 or 4 intellects.
Most people don't know about it because most people don't talk about the people of color.
No,
and the black characters.
We know Bruce Wayne is smart. We know Lex Luthor is smart. But did anyone know Mr. Terrific is a genius and a billionaire? A tech genius and billionaire.
It's the same thing with Marvel. They don't talk about how everybody talks about Tony Stark, but nobody talks about Black Panther. I mean, they're talking about it now, but he is way smart, and Shuri is way smart
and richer,
way richer. Okay, way richer than Tony Stark, and Shuri's a lot smarter than Tony Stark. Let's be real.
Yeah. So there's some good things. And Mr. Terrific in the DC universe, I believe, created programmable matter. So that's really big deal. So yeah.
And in addition to that, one of the things that I'm really excited about with the Green Lantern core, is it going to be core or just Green Lantern? Because I didn't really.
I believe it's the core from the early talks right now. It's just going to focus. What they were going to do is go through different generations, like Lord of the Ring. I believe that series is doing, or
the Rings of Power.
Rings of Power, I think. Yeah. So they're going through doing time jumps.
Okay.
So it was going to be that way. James.
Oh, that's what they did in Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones. I apologize. Game of Thrones.
Fine, yeah.
They did that time jump. So they were going to do that with the Green Lantern Corps and give us a piece of every lantern. But now it's focused on John Stewart and the folks around him.
As it should be. Anyway, but the reason why I'm so invested in the Green Lantern Corps period is that what was it? The animated series that you had me watch on HBO Max? Not the most recent.
It is.
No. It's the one with the. It came out a couple of years ago.
Yeah, it's the last one though.
Oh, is it?
It's the last animated series for the Green Lantern.
You know what I'm thinking
and
of?
And it's
going
to focus on exactly what you said, the red lanterns, the yellow lanterns, all of the different lanterns in the universe. So,
and as you guys are seeing right now, you'll see that, you know, I didn't know that there was so many types of lanterns.
Yes, there's so many different colors, right?
Yeah, there's a black, the black lanterns, which is death, the red lanterns, which is rage,
the blue lanterns,
which is hope, the purple,
yellow is fear.
I did not Avarice?
There's the white lanterns. Not the Caucasians.
No.
The white
right. There's the white lantern. That's life. And then there's love, which is the pink lanterns. Yes. And then obviously will, which is the green lanterns. Right. And then, the orange lanterns. And all of them have like amazing different stories and backgrounds and powers that they which I didn't know about. I knew about some of them. Yes. But watching that series helped me understand that there was more to the Lantern Corps than I originally thought.
And there's talk that Razor may join the live cast.
My God.
So that would be absolutely awesome. And they're talking to Ryan Reynolds. Believe it or not, Hal Jordan, played by the Ryan the Rentals.
Not Rentals.
That they are talking to him, not like bringing him back, but we're talking about a cameo. Like they're talking about bringing Halle Berry back to play Storm in a cameo.
I mean, that's fine. I get that, but I wouldn't want him to be like the.
No. Yeah. The focus is on this John, the John Stewart, and I believe his name is. Please forgive me if I'm wrong. I cannot remember exactly who Zack Snyder cast to play John Stewart in the Snyder Cut that he was forced to remove for some dumb reason. You hear me, Warner Brothers?
I'm trying to look him up.
We wanted to see him, so I think his name is John David something. He's either a UK actor. I can't remember where he comes from, but he has a pretty large following. He's a big deal, so I would love to see him recast in the role and star in this HBO Max series. I think that would be fantastic, as well as seeing some of the other shows come back as well. So
it from what and forgive me if I'm wrong, but it says Zack Snyder reveals the actor who was going to play. The director revealed that Wayne T. Carr was definitely the man he wanted to play John Stewart in the DCU.
Wayne T. Carr, yes. And allegedly he's not an amateur when it comes to the camera. So it would be nice to see if they could get him back, and also Ray Fisher, because I am tired of going without Cyborg. Cyborg is important, you guys. You've got to show us Cyborg. You got to bring it back, please.
I'm still upset.
Please.
I'm still super upset about that whole situation. I don't mean to bring up the past, but Armada, I see you.
Armada is gone. Pink slipped it. And we're very grateful.
Yes.
Go do something else.
Somewhere,
go something, because this was not just strange.
Far away.
This was not just strange.
Stay away from the comics world.
Stay away from DC.
And Marvel, for that matter.
Stay away from Marvel too, because they got enough problems. And let's talk about what Marvel is going through right now. Let's talk about what Marvel is going through in this Maverick alert, and that is bringing the Hawk back full time, because what we see in the Marvel universe is Professor Hawk, but we want to see the traditional Hawk and see him Hawk out. Also Namor,
oh my God, yeah,
who was in Wakanda forever. He was on loan, so we may not see him again for another 3 years.
Yeah, because of rights and like a lot of this stuff. You guys, for those who are not in the comic world like we are, like a lot of it, you guys don't realize that Marvel and DC have been battling for decades on character rights and titles and copyrights and all that stuff, and there's still, I think some of the stuff is still tied up in court when it comes to some of this stuff. That's what they get
for hiring the same people. If you hire me to work at DC 1 minute and then Marvel the next, what you think's gonna happen?
I'm gonna need both DC and Marvel to sit the hell down together at a table and create a huge crossover. Do you know how much money both would rake in?
They know. They're aware, because there's a comic book series that Marvel and DC actually cooperated with. They gave full range of all characters in both universes, and it was a Marvel versus DC war, basically, and it was fantastic. And so, being that we have crossovers now with a lot of our leadership, aka James Gunn, then we need to bring some of those things.
I think Mr. Gunn is a little upset with Marvel right now.
Well, he's not upset with the characters though. He's a comic book lover like we all are. So
yeah,
we'll see. And plus, now he's at home. He has,
this is where he wants
nesting.
to be.
Yes, him and Saffron are nesting.
So
getting things together,
and they're doing so far. What I'm seeing, it looks good. So we'll see.
Yes.
Anything else on the Maverick alert?
No. That's I'm excited to talk about these new phases.
The Green Lantern. Oh my God, I'm so excited about that. And it's not just any old Green Lantern. Because I'm like, no offense, y'all. Hal Jordan was cool. I liked Hal Jordan, but I really need to see a Jon Stewart.
Yeah,
he is the most arguably the most powerful Green Lantern.
Yes,
ever.
He's top tier for sure,
and he's one of us.
So it's gonna be, and it takes so much to see any of us break through. And I don't want to see a black Superman. I want to see Jon Stewart Green Lantern. I don't want to see a black Superman or Batman.
Sorry.
I want to see Mr. Terrific. The characters that were created for us. It's time for them to come up.
I agree with that.
Out. Come on out.
Come on out. Come out that closet, y'all.
Oh, how funny.
Anything else?
No, that's it.
All right, we'll be taking a quick commercial break and we'll be right back to kind of talk about some reviews and some shows.
Yes.
Because we watched some things over the weekend, so we want to talk about it.
Yes, we did.
All right, we'll be right back.
All right.
Hey there, Unusual Mavericks. Can you answer a quick question for me? Can you tell me who was the first Black or African American DC comic book character? Was it A, Bronze Tiger, B, Static Shock, C, Vixen, or D, Black Lightning?
And we're back by popular demand.
Yes.
All right, so thank you guys so much for joining. Don't forget to check out Bullet and Flight Radio, the #1 progressive Christian radio station in the world, as well as Pyro Media Productions. And thank you to all of our sponsors. And if you have not done so, please go ahead and like, share, and subscribe to Pyro Media YouTube. There's a lot going on today.
You know where you are.
Yes, you know where you are. All right, so we're going to talk about some reviews on some things. I hope you guys enjoyed the Maverick alert, but there were some shows that we had to catch up on. Some shows
we wanted to, I am very sensitive to any criticism that may sound like we are being biased towards one franchise over the other. And so I really wanted to take some time over this holiday weekend to watch some Marvel stuff.
Yes.
So I dragged Kwame onto the couch to watch the holiday special that the Guardians of the Galaxy did. So what did you think? What did you think? Tell us, what did you think?
That's what I thought.
That great, huh? Yes. Did it bring holiday cheer?
Listen. I love the Guardians of the Galaxy franchise. I thought the last two movies were amazing. I did not think this was necessary. I did not think that this was necessary, and it was already hard for me because I don't like superhero comedy type things. Like that's just me personally. But for some reason, Guardians of the Galaxy hit every time for me. I didn't feel that way about Deadpool. The first one was all right, but the second one was just like, I just don't need this. Like, if I wanted to watch stand up, I would have just watched it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just need blow things up.
It's kind of close to the source material. Actually.
That's all fine and dandy. I'm just saying, for me personally, I don't like.
That's not your judge.
It's not my judge. And the fact that we had a whole Broadway musical thing with this show
with Kevin Bacon. I was like, look, if y'all gonna do the music thing and all of that, couldn't you have gotten somebody who's actually current and on the charts? Couldn't you got somebody? No, really, no. Kevin Bacon is a phenomenal actor, singer, dancer. He does his thing, but he's 60. He's definitely older than I am. So he's 60. I mean, that wasn't fresh. And I understand that we wanted to go with someone that was from the 80s and from Quill's background and when he was on Earth and all. But does he know Cyndi Lauper? They could have got Madonna. She could have rolled around on the floor or something. I mean, something. So it was good. So I was kind of like, Kevin Bacon. Okay.
Or how about somebody from the soundtrack from the first movie? That would have made sense. Yeah. But the bottom line is, like, overall, that's all speculative. Like that's depending on the judge of the people, right? But my thing was, I did not find this movie to be necessary. Like it, and then if we're talking about Christmas, if we're talking about the meaning behind Christmas, it had nothing to do with the meaning of Christmas.
Not for real.
Well, not for real. And so, like, I just didn't understand. It was a no for me. It was a no for me. Yeah, I'm sorry.
There were certain parts I thought was a little bit enjoyable. Some of the comedy, I thought I got a couple of laughs thinking about some of the John Hughes movies that I grew up on.
And this is why Dominic will get invited to the Marvel and DC parties and not me.
I grew up on movies like Pretty in Pink and Weird Science and, all of those, The Breakfast Club, and all of those movies that were supposed to be smart and goofy and this and that and da-da-da-da-da. And that whole 80s feel and 80s zhuzh. I kind of understood where they were going with it, but it did not connect, unfortunately. I think that and as much as I do love James Gunn and the work that he has done with the Suicide Squad, with Peacemaker, with the first Guardians movie, I thought was better than the second one. But overall, I don't have any true complaints about Mr. Gunn.
Not too many complaints. I will agree that I thought that the first one was better than the second one, but I did not think most sequels are horrific. And I did not think that Guardians of the Galaxy 2 was horrific. I didn't think so at all. I thought it continued the story and it was much needed. And I thought it was a great way to continue the story, or the phases. But I did not like this holiday special at all. And you know what it is? And I found out, and I think this is what made me say, because I found out that the actors didn't want to do this movie.
Well, could you blame them? Did you read that? Could you imagine reading that script? We all have standards, right? And there were some fantastic actors that were attached to this project.
Yeah.
So I can imagine if it were me, it was just it wasn't strong.
But being forced to do it because it's in your contract, because you have to do all of these different things, and you have this, like, you could feel it. You could feel that they didn't want to do this. Like it.
And the whole premise behind the movie was to cheer up Quill because Gamora was gone, or this version of Gamora. That was supposed to be the whole tie-in to the Avengers movie, the Endgame movie, and all. And it was not strong for me. Where was she at? I mean, she was the Grinch that stole Christmas at the end of the movie, right? She kind of took over for Thanos after he was gone. So why not have her come in since she already looked like the Grinch, and give her some Christmas spirit, some holiday spirit. I mean, that I think, James, Mr. Gunn, I think that script would have gone over a little bit better. So if you ever need, somebody's sideshow Barker, okay,
for your job,
that will help and not hurt. I am here and available. But to me, the message overall of the movie wasn't solid. It didn't really come across very strong, because I was like, well, what are we feel sorry for some guy who lost his quasi girlfriend, because they were never really together. So that's what it was like. What I am struggling with.
I mean, they were together in the original Gomorrah,
but
was
they
together.
That's what I'm saying. They were not. They didn't get that far. They were quasi. They were almost. They were on the road. So if you have to hit the reset, then you hit the reset. But it's not like y'all was smashing. Y'all didn't have no little half green babies running around.
Okay.
So that's what it's like. Okay. Where did you lose?
Let's talk about the phases, shall we?
And I love those characters. I love the Guardians of the Galaxy. I love the cartoon. I have seen almost every single episode of the cartoon as well. This weekend I took a lot of time to watch the Avengers Assemble, the Secret Wars,
which is actually really good.
Awesome.
It's really, really good.
I watched every single episode, and I'm going to rewatch every single episode, because if Marvel is bringing Secret Wars like this, and they're talking about Madam Web as well, and bringing her series in.
Now, for those who are, is it the Spectacular or Amazing Spider-Man?
Spider-Man.
The Spider-Man series. They're like the 90s Spider-Man series, around the time when X-Men came out.
Yes.
The 90s X-Men. That was one of my favorite Spider-Mans. It's probably still my favorite Spider-Man. That storyline was most comic book accurate.
Yes.
And Madam Web was one of my favorite characters in that storyline of how she was introduced to Spider-Man, and how she came into the realm of the Spider-Man realm was super dope. So
yes. And the Beyonder, and even in that series, they did their own adaptation of Secret Wars.
Yeah.
And so I've got a chance over the past month to rewatch that one, that version, and the classic version, in my opinion, and then the Avengers Assemble version of Secret Wars, and it was just outstanding.
Now, I will say this. I feel like for most of the phases in Marvel, the Avengers series or the Avengers story arcs were the most strongest. And I think if we I will not be surprised to see the Secret Wars and be just as strong. And I think that's going to be so. I have faith in Marvel in that aspect.
We've got to get X-Men introduced into this universe. We need Professor X. He's sorely missed. We have no Storm. She is sorely missed. I know we're talking about Deadpool bringing back Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, but he is not the most essential part of X-Men at all.
Yeah.
Okay, he's a power player, yes.
Yeah.
But we need Rogue. And did you all know that Rogue was always created to be Creole?
Yes.
Not Caucasian like she was in the animated series either. But she was supposed to be a light-skinned black woman from the French quarters, the whole bloodline. So
which is why in the 90s X-Men, why she connected with Gambit so much, because he's Creole.
Correct. So again, both of them were supposed to be light-skinned, biracial, half French.
And she wasn't supposed to have a harsh Southern accent. She was supposed to have a Creole accent.
Creole. That's what she was created for. So
or Cajun.
Yeah, Cajun. Creole Cajun. But yes, look up the backstory to Gambit and Rogue. But they were whitewashed to make people a little bit more comfortable with accepting
y'all know
those
how
characters.
that is.
So
But
yes.
all of this is a summation of what we're going to be planning to do over the next month and going into the new year of rewatching not only Marvel stuff but also DC shows, specifically series as well, or specifically series, so that way we can kind of talk about our view of these particular shows and just kind of get a recap of them. We may not go through each episode, but we may just kind of do a whole series review. And this is a great time to do it because there's not a lot of new stuff coming out from either Marvel or DC.
No, we've got a little bit of time, right? Really, until March, because both of them are hitting in March. With Marvel Phase 5 starts in March.
Ant-Man, Quantumania, and then The Flash.
James Gunn's Phase 1.
Shazam, sorry.
Yes, James Gunn's Phase 1 for DC, starting Shazam, starts in March. So yeah, we've got a little bit of time to talk about some things, because I want to know what you all thought about Marvel Phase 4. What did you think about Hawkeye? What did you think about WandaVision? What did you think about Loki Season 1? What did you think about all those things?
And in that, you know,
and Miss Marvel and all of these series that came out during Phase 4 was really a Disney Plus platform. Most of their stuff came out on Phase 4, even including the movies like Thor: Love and Thunder. It came out in theaters, but it was right away, right on the platform right away. So yeah, let's talk about Phase 4.
I didn't hate Thor: Love and Thunder. I didn't hate it. I definitely did not like Miss Marvel.
I have to admit that I did not see Hawkeye.
I did either.
Not see that. I saw Black Widow. I saw that movie, and it was okay. And I've seen most of the stuff in Marvel Phase 4. I did not see Hawkeye, as I said, and Miss Marvel wasn't really something that I really seemed. I just wasn't really that interested in it. And I think that her character, her quirkiness, and all is comic book accurate.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, for sure.
It just doesn't appeal to my demographic.
Yeah.
Really.
I don't think it was aimed towards us.
No, and that's fine.
Yeah, and that's fine. And I didn't think we need to have a whole full story arc on her. But I am very happy to see a woman of color.
All shades of brown.
All shades of brown that came in to lead it. So if anything, kudos to that. It just wasn't for me. And I think that the writing was a little weak. But I will say, the episodes that I did see for Miss Marvel, the comedy was there. I liked it a lot better than She-Hulk.
Now, I did watch all of She-Hulk. I watched all of something else that you didn't really want to see on Marvel, but I watched the show. And she did a whole Karen. I know we did. She had a Karen moment where you listen to me. We had all of it. But that is comic book accurate. She has climbed out of the comic books to rewrite the comics.
She climbed out of the show physically. And walked to the writer's room and cussed them out.
She sure did. She had a Karen moment. She thought, you listen to me. It was like, girl,
I don't know. I'm gonna see. Okay, so I made a promise that I said I was going to rewatch all of these shows, the DC and Marvel, and I'm gonna have to swallow my pride and watch this thing on Hawkeye.
Actually, I'm looking forward to seeing it.
This is why Dominic gets invited to the Marvel and DC events.
I know that it's going to be underwhelming. I've heard that from several sources that it is underwhelming.
Who knows? It may be great.
And when it came out, in all honesty, the reason why I didn't watch it is because Peacemaker was out at the same time, and Peacemaker killed it. That it totally absorbed my attention. I wanted to know what was next. I still want to know what was next. And from the trailers and stuff that I saw with Hawkeye, I was like, meh. But it doesn't mean that it was bad, because I did watch Falcon and the Winter Soldier, that series. I didn't have a lot of problems with it, in all honesty. There was some slowness to it, I agree, but I kind of got what they were doing. It wasn't the best, but I kind of got it. So and that's probably why I didn't watch Hawkeye, because that series wasn't the strongest. And then Hawkeye got worse reviews. So anyway, I want to talk about this phase after I watch all of the pieces or most of the pieces, and objectively, instead of being led by somebody else's criticism. I think that's really important because I may like it, you may like it, or some of it, or you may hate it. I may hate it. That's okay. But Marvel Phase 1, Phase 2, Phase 3 was so super strong. It was so dope.
Oh my God, yes.
And then Phase 4 took this weird turn in direction. And not that it's been all bad. Like I say, I don't think it's been all bad. There are definitely some strong parts of Phase 4.
So I'm looking forward to in Phase 5, as far as like the lineup, because I just pulled up the lineup. And for Marvel, is we have Ant-Man.
Yes. What If? That's the other show.
Oh my God.
That was a fantastic season 1.
Now that I will say, What If was so dope. And I didn't even finish all of the episodes, so I am looking forward to watching
all of them.
That may need to be. Oh no, we're gonna do it in order, huh?
Yeah, they should all be done. Well, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. You can watch What If and Hawkeye at the same time. They have nothing to do with each other in timeline.
Yeah. We'll figure it out. But anyway, yeah. I loved What If, and I'm looking forward to What If season 2, which is supposed to be so Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania is February 17, 2023.
Yeah, February.
Okay. And then we have What If season 1. It doesn't have a release date, but it says early 2023. Secret Invasion TV show, which is early 2023. I'm not sure if they're gonna do it consecutively or back to back, whatever. Yeah. We'll see. But Guardians of the Galaxy is May 5th, 2023. Echo, which is a TV show. I'm not
right.
Sure.
I totally forgot about. I kept trying to remember Echo.
Echo. What is Echo about?
Echo is connected to what we just finished watching, and oh god,
here we go. Echo is a fictional character appearing in American comic books, published by Marvel, the adoptive daughter of Kingpin. Oh
yes. So this is connected to the Kingpin series, Daredevil, and all of those things that are related. Now, it's going to be really interesting to see if Daredevil is going to include Spider-Man. You cannot have Kingpin, Daredevil, without Spidey. Spider-Man is a big deal, and he's all slinging throughout.
You better sling.
He's slinging webs all throughout New York City, so it's kind of impossible not to have those two.
That's interesting. I'm actually interested in that. I think I would want to see that. I wonder what. That's slated to be mid 2023 is what they're saying.
Yeah, we'll see, because Spider-Man may not be available. Sony only leases him out every 2 years. Mm-hmm. So because he should be in everything, single thing that you see.
Everything.
But
and I think they're probably saving him for like the big movies.
They're gonna save him until the deal is done in 2025. Then 2026 they can do whatever
they need to really figure this all out. Like just wipe the slate clean and give DC their characters and give Marvel their characters. Like let people
look,
do
even
what
with Morbius. Morbius is a big deal that should be a part of Kingpin. It should be a part of Daredevil. It should be a part of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Morbius was his friend. He was his friend. They went to college together. So this is something that they're not really paying off, and they can't because he can't appear.
I didn't entirely hate Morbius.
Well, but it was so like multiversal.
It was. I didn't hate Morbius, but I didn't like it. Like I feel like it wasn't as comic book accurate like it should have been.
No, it wasn't.
I thought it was phenomenally done. Like as far as like most Marvel movies are all like visually dynamic, but I did not.
No, it was terrible. He's a friend of Peter Parker and Mary
Didn't
Jane
even see him
and the rest of them. I want to see what's her name, the cat.
Black Cat.
Oh
my God,
Spider-Man.
yes.
She was a big deal as well. She was one of their friends.
I forgot her. She
was the girlfriend to Morbius.
Oh my God, I forgot all about her.
So I want to see all those. So this is why I'm talking about Marvel.
Now this is making me want to rewatch. This is making me want to rewatch Spider-Man the series.
Yeah, because you get all of them. Blade came in. Blade came in. I'm gonna say that again.
Spider-Man
Blade
was such
came
a
in.
huge hub.
He was a hub.
Yeah.
Spider-Man is the Marvel hub, just like Batman is DC's hub.
Yes. Yes.
Batman worked with everyone. Constantine.
But everybody was
all.
all about Iron Man and Tony Stark. So
Yeah. But even Iron Man came in to the mix of
To
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man is. Oh, listen, can we talk real fast about numbers? Spider-Man movies for Marvel has made more money than any other franchise.
Mm-hmm.
For decades, Spider-Man has been making coins, just like for DC. Batman has been that franchise that has made the coins.
Mm-hmm.
Decade after decade, it's Batman. It's Batman. It's Batman. We get new Batman. New Batman. Why? Because that's a profitable franchise. So I believe that the numbers, what I'm saying is absolutely correct. And you guys check out the facts and write us back if if I'm saying something that's off. But I'm pretty sure Spider-Man is Marvel's most profitable franchise. And it has had the longest longevity, just like Batman has. But it's time to bring more folks to the forefront because a lot of franchises are profitable.
Speaking of profitable, I just want to let you all know that those who did not think that black movies could, superhero movies could do it, as it's being reported right now, Black Panther Wakanda Forever has already made more than 500 million.
Wow. Excellent.
500 million.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. So see, Marvel and DC, we talking to you right now. And the executives that say that black leads with these black legendary historical characters can't make coin. That is not true. Black Panther is doing fantastic. We already knew that was going to do fantastic. Wesley Snipes told you was going to do fantastic 20 years ago, but Marvel, you didn't believe him. So now what do you have to say? And Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson has been trying to get Black Adam made for more than 10 years. Is that not profitable? Is that a failure?
Speaking of Black
No, it's
Adam,
not.
Speaking of Black Adam,
500 million, 400 million, just about.
it's over 400 million.
Yeah. So who's a failure here? Over 400 million. Now, I know people want to pit them against each other and put black against black, but why do we have to do that? And I ask our black audience that, our community, why pit black against black? Let's not do that. Let's not fall into that trap.
You know why.
Let's support both movies because here, these two black men, okay, Chadwick
Dominating.
and Dwayne,
Dominating.
and the wonderful cast that have been attached that are black and brown led cast for both franchises.
And Black Panther Wakanda Forever is actually led by a black woman.
Yes. And so that's why I say black and brown people, because they're giving Namor a lot of credit as well.
Yeah.
So even though he's not a black man, he is a brown man, and he is spearheading Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. He is a major part of why this film is successful.
Yeah.
So look at what black and brown can do, Marvel, DC.
Y'all better wake up and pay attention.
That's right. Come on now, seriously. This is a big deal. And it has been a very sensitive issue to me that here, The Rock, who is a very successful producer, actor, who had to fight to get this movie made. It was an uphill fight.
Yep.
Wesley Snipes started the movement for Black Panther over about 20 years ago or over 20 years. And you guys are still like, nah, well, we'll just figure it out how we Why do you not want? I just wish we could take these characters from you, Marvel and DC, and do what the hell we want to do.
I know that's right.
That's what I really wish. You're welcome.
So, Dominic is no longer invited to Marvel DC events.
Oh, yes, I am, because I'm going to talk to both of you, James Gunn. I love you guys, so I'm going to harshly criticize you because you can do better. You can do so much better.
Yeah.
And the excuse of skin hue,
Yeah.
Melanin is
Yeah.
what's stopping coins? How is that?
I will give credit to DC.
We
though.
make money.
Yeah,
That's
it's
what we
true.
do.
Period.
We've been making money for white people since.
And the black dollar is extremely powerful. Just
And the
saying.
United States is extremely powerful. Why?
Hello.
Why?
We're not going to go there. They're not ready for that.
No, but it's the same conversation. So get
It
off
is.
that.
It
Get
is.
off that.
All right. So next in the because we can go on a tangent on just that topic.
I'm done.
Because
For now.
Right, for now, we will revisit this. Echo, you better go ahead with your black power. That's what I'm talking about. Anyway, Echo, TV show, which is mid 2023.
Yes.
And then we have Loki season 2, which I'm
Yes.
super excited about. Loki season 2, which I was really excited about. Or I wasn't happy about Loki 2 when I first, or Loki period when I first heard about it. I didn't think it was going to be good because of all of the stuff that was happening.
Yeah.
And then it came out and I was like, oh.
And I think
Y'all
he's
got
going to be
me.
in Secret Wars. Loki is a big part of
Ooh.
Secret Wars, and this variation,
Mhm.
I think he's going to be tested, so which is going to be really awesome.
That's going to be dope.
I'm looking forward to Agatha because that's really going to be WandaVision season 2. That's what I'm looking forward to because
Yeah.
it was Agatha all along.
If you guys
If you
watch
haven't watched-
WandaVision, you guys don't even understand what that's
God,
about.
that was the
Hilarious.
best part of the reveal.
It was so
It
funny.
was so good. You haven't gotten there, Mr. Producer, but that they actually sing that song. It was
We're talking
hilarious.
production. And they,
Yeah,
yes.
they haven't seen it. It is hilarious.
But we're all going to watch it all together, get a chance to get caught up on all of this, which is going to be really dope.
Yes,
So
let's please
I'm
do.
looking
Now that
forward-
these phases are over,
Yeah.
let's go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited to see what James Gunn, I call it James Gunn phase 1, what they're going to do within their first year, as
Yeah.
we've been talking about. But anyway, we need to go to.
Well, before we go to that, let me just run down all of the other stuff. So we have Loki season 2, which is coming out mid 2023. The Marvels, which is already
The
scheduled.
Marvels,
I'm
yes.
looking forward to that. I don't know if I'm looking forward to that.
Well, we get a chance to see Monica Rambeau. Allegedly, we're really going to see Monica Rambeau come into her
If
own.
she's not in it, I
is
don't want to
no,
see
no,
it.
no. She is in it. She is a powerhouse in this movie. The Marvels are going to star Captain Marvel, Monica Rambeau,
Miss
and
Marvel.
Miss Marvel.
Yeah,
so
so we'll
that's why
see.
they call it the Marvels because
So
they're
that's
all,
July 28th, 2023. And then Ironheart is a TV show that's coming out late 2023.
Yes.
Which I'm hoping that they use the same Ironheart from the movie.
yeah, they will.
Yeah, we'll see. X-Men 97 animated TV show
Yes.
late 2023. I am
Next
so
season
excited
about
for that.
Can you believe the classic series is coming back? All the original voice actors from 1997 have returned, so that's very exciting as well.
My heart is a flutter.
Yes, we'll see how it all connects. How they're gonna.
You guys don't
move
seem
with
to
that.
understand. When I say that I love Marvel, it's because of X-Men.
Yeah, they started it.
Mm.
They
Oh
really
my God.
started it. I have super fond memories as a child of reading those comic books as well. Nightcrawler was I was a big fan of his.
So we also have Production's looking at me, so I have to hurry
we
up.
gotta
So Agatha, Coven of Chaos, which is a TV show. First of all, now I know how my clients feel when I yell at them. I'm sorry. Okay, so let's go. Agatha, Coven of Chaos, TV show late 2023, early
Yes.
2024, which I'm interested to see.
Yeah,
Why did-
WandaVision season 2. Come on,
Well,
bring
yeah,
it.
we'll see how it goes. Well, is it going to be a WandaVision season
Yes,
2
it's
or its
connected.
own? Oh, okay. Well, that's
It's
cool.
connected.
Daredevil Born Again TV show early 2024. Captain America New World Order May 3rd, 2024.
That
That's
movie.
interesting.
Yes.
Thunderbolts July 26th,
the Thunderbolts.
2024. I don't know how I feel about that because everything that connected with what was it that we watched what was it?
Wakanda Forever.
Wakanda Forever, yeah. I am interested to see how they're going to bring about
And
the
Harrison
Thunderbolts.
Ford is playing General Ross. They made a
Huh.
cast change and cast Harrison Ford to play General Ross. So that's going to be interesting. And to see if Liv Tyler comes back to play Betty.
I don't know how I feel about Harrison Ford, but we'll see. Blade, which I'm super excited about, September 6th, 2024. That's going to be a good fall kind of
They better hurry
kickoff.
up and get it together with this new writer.
And then it's Deadpool 3.
Yes, actually, I'm excited about that because it's going to bring in Wolverine and help expand the multiverse, which is something that we need to see within Marvel desperately. We need to see an expansion of the multiverse before they destroy it. So just like I'm looking forward, well, I won't say that now, but yes, well, I'll say it. I'm looking forward to DC's movie version, James Gunn version of Crisis on Infinite Earths, which is coming. Allegedly.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah. So, but we're talking about Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So after that, that was Deadpool 3, and then after that is Spider-Man freshman year animated TV show 2024,
yeah.
and then Marvel Zombies animated TV show 2024. I'm assuming that it's probably going to be October ish time. And then Armor Wars,
yes,
which is to be determined.
Yes. So yes, War Machine and the rest of the Iron Man lackeys, I guess if you want to say sidekicks, that's a better word.
Like Ironheart and
all of the medals. That movie is going to be about them, and so we get a chance to see Dan come back. Don Cheadle come back and reprise his character. So
I liked him as War Machine.
I liked him as War Machine, but don't get me wrong. I'm still, Terrence Howard all the way, because he got fired for no reason.
Loved him as
no reason.
I loved him as War Machine.
Yeah, and he got fired for no reason. What reason did he get fired for? I think he asked for fair wages and they terminated him, and Robert Downey Jr. just like turned his back. That wasn't cool, and I remember that. So anyway. So shout out to Terrence Howard. You did a fantastic job in everything you do, by the way. And we miss you playing War Machine. We love Don. I am absolutely a big fan of Don Cheadle. So, yeah. So, yeah. Yay. Anything else?
I think that's it. I just saw
that's the end of their phase 5.
Yeah, I just saw it. Armor Wars.
The Avengers movies, right? In phase 5, the Secret Wars. Oh boy,
Secret Invasion. Or no, that was a TV show, and then Secret.
That's going to be
Wars.
with the Creel, I believe. But yes, Secret Wars is going to be with the Beyonder and Madam Web, and just linking everything up. That's going to just wrap that up. I'm surprised they're only going to do one Secret Wars movie. I'm surprised they're not going to do 2 or 3 actually, because that whole storyline is
really
huge.
large. Yeah,
and I love it. I can't wait to see who all they bring in, and I know that's by then. The exciting thing is all of the Sony restrictions and all of these restrictions on all of these different characters are going to be lifted by then. So it should really be good.
I think where is I don't even see Secret Wars. Where is that at?
It's a part of the I could have sworn it's a part of their phase 5. But anyway, we probably need to take a quick break.
Let's take a quick break, and then we'll be right back, we'll talk some more.
Yes. We'll talk about DC.
Yes.
Hey there, Unusual Mavericks. Can you answer a quick question for me? Can you tell me who was the first Black or African American DC comic book character? Was it A, Bronze Tiger, B, Static Shock, C, Vixen, or D, Black Lightning? The answer right after this quick break. Who was the first Black or African American DC comic book character? The answer is Bronze Tiger. In 1975, he first appeared in Richard Dragon Kung Fu Fighter, issue number 1, which debuted in May 1975.
And And we're back. Thank you guys so much for staying tuned to us today. We're so excited. And so
one correction.
Avengers Secret Wars is actually in phase 6, according to what we're looking at.
However, if Madam Web is in phase 5, then Secret Wars has started.
Correct.
So we were still right, but it doesn't conclude until phase 6. It starts in phase 5.
And we failed to mention Fantastic Four, which has actually been moved and reshuffled from phase 5 to phase 6.
Yeah, so there's still some movement. So yeah, we may make some mistakes, but that's because Marvel's still changing things around.
Yeah, and it's not necessarily mistakes. It's just this is the latest news that we get. So we'll keep you updated as we get updated as well. And who knows? Phase 5 may not even stay the same. You know,
and then with Madam Web in phase, but that is a huge precursor to Secret Wars. That is a huge storyline, and there's a lot of plot there. So
I'm looking forward to all of that jazz.
Agreed. So now let's switch gears and talk about DC.
Yes, let's talk about the Titans.
Yes, let's talk about Titans. Have you seen the last episode to Titans?
Spoiler alert.
Yes. Now it's been out for over a week, so come on, y'all, catch up.
And
we
just
are
to
5
clarify,
episodes deep now.
Yes, and just to clarify, I want to make sure that we are 5 episodes deep. Y'all haven't watched it yet. I don't know what to tell you, girl. But
the Church of Blood is awesome. It's a cringy storyline that is very weird, and it's always include Jinx. It's always softly included Deathstroke. All those things they kind of gave to us in this last episode.
They did. And I'm sorry. I'm just looking at the.
What is he looking at?
I'm looking at because we are okay. So we watched. This is as of the 27th of November, and so we're reviewing that episode because by the time episode 5, because by the time this episode comes out, episode 6 would have already been released.
Right. So we're 5 episodes deep, as we said.
Yes.
So what do you think? Now we're all the way to the reveal of Brother Blood, Raven's half brother.
First of all, Joseph Morgan.
Yeah, I've been itching to get him to Brother Blood, but him playing the fragile side, the human side, has been absolutely fantastic for these 5 episodes.
Now, one thing that I thought was kind of dope, yet still weird, and yet I wish they kind of worked out a little more, was the whole thing with Beast Boy. Y'all could.
What do you mean worked out a little bit more?
Like just the animation. Like what he went through, like it was a lot. I felt like it was a little rushed. That's just my personal opinion, because I feel like Beast Boy, we haven't really seen. We focus on Beast Boy a lot with the side path of him going to this weird red, where I forget what Jinx called it. Jinx called it something. The red. Yeah. Thank you, producer. The red, which. We don't still know what's going on with that, and I'm waiting for them to kind of reveal what that is and why.
But we are only 5 episodes in.
Agreed. But how many episodes do we have left?
I think we have maybe 13. I think they do. I'm sorry, we have about 10 episodes left, because I think they do. Yeah, I think they do about 15, 16 episodes.
Okay,
season, somewhere around there.
We'll see where it goes. But I just wish that. Visually, from a video production standpoint, they could have did a little bit more with that, because that was a cool opportunity to see Beast Boy's powers expand, because he's never done that before. In the comics, he did, but just from a visual standpoint, he's done. I like to see big moments like that and how their powers expand, like they did with Starfire. Her powers are sickening now.
Yeah,
and she still hasn't even tapped into the full spectrum of that. Which the side story on that, loving, they really upped Starfire's
she's a major player. She should be.
She is, but all 5 of them are.
Yeah, but even in the series, there was more focus on Robin, Dick Grayson, and then Starfire, Coriander. Those were the leads of Teen Titans, and then everybody else had their little pieces. Raven was the goth. And then Beast Boy was kind of the kid brother or jokester, blah, blah, blah. So everyone had their moments.
What are your thoughts on Raven? compared to what how she was portrayed in the cartoon. No, in the cartoon.
In the cartoon. I like the way Raven is being portrayed only because I think that there's so much room for growth. Are they slow about the reveal and how dark she should be and complicated
Raven
she is?
gave me in the cartoon,
They
and
are
I'm not talking about what's it, Teen Titans Go, the second one where they came with the original Teen Titans. Teen Titans, like that one is the one I really enjoyed. It was the most comic book accurate.
Yeah,
but that Raven was like Wednesday Addams.
Yeah, she was absolutely like Wednesday. That's
and this one is
description.
Yes. She was like Wednesday Addams. And this, by the way, side note, if you guys have not watched Wednesday on Netflix, check it out. It's pretty cool. Anyway,
awesome show. Tim Burton.
Awesome. She should have played Raven.
She could have played Raven. I think, yeah, okay.
Or Christina Ricci.
And, no. But this, oh, God.
I'm just saying.
I think this actress is not the issue. I think it's the writing. Raven is a little bit softer than she should be. And I'm hoping that with this Church of Blood season, that in the next 3-4 episodes, that we really see how dark she should be, because she's being reborn. That's what they're doing with her this season. Notice they took away her powers, and she's going to get them back.
All right. Well,
and if they don't give it to us the way,
listen, I'm not complaining.
But she got
at
a
all.
boyfriend now, and she a little bit older, so she got a boyfriend. So
what are you turning into, Beast Boy?
Right, she's getting that Beast Boy. So in this series,
speaking of shipping, Tim Drake, sir, what are you doing, girl? What are you doing?
I just wish, I don't care about him being gay, bisexual, sexually fluid. That doesn't matter to me. But can you give him somebody who matters? Who is this tech, lab tech person?
It's like dating.
You can do better.
Like literally, he's dating the Help.
Yeah, and I don't like this. I don't like this. That part I don't like. I was like, okay. Is there anybody else y'all can bring in? Like, Jinx is cute. No. Should he be?
Jinx will require him to have therapy. Okay, because Jinx is crazy. Something wrong with her.
Who I hope that we can get? An Artemis.
Ooh.
I want an Artemis with a bow and arrow, a crossbow. Give us a proper Artemis.
Yeah.
And as I've said before, I need a Wally.
Oh my God.
Or I need an Impulse. I don't want
Impulse. I want Kid Flash.
I want Kid Flash.
I want Kid Flash so bad. Like I really.
And
do.
I want a proper Aqualad too. Because they killed the first.
But aren't they coming out with a show?
Not that I know of. Not Aqua.
Oh, maybe.
No, give us a little bit more.
But then we're going into a Young Justice team, and I don't think the Titans are related to Young Justice. I mean, they have members from Young Justice, Titans in Young Justice.
But they had Aqualad in the first season.
Yeah, but he wasn't like a part of the team. He wasn't a Titan.
He was an OG. Yes, he was. He was. Aqualad was always a part, just like Wonder Girl. They're OGs.
I don't like Wonder Girl on this series.
Well, that's why she's barely. Donna Troy is not really
so irritating
around, and
like you're stomping around, and you're giving me carpet muncher, girl. Like you really are. Like just go with a woman. Like I need you to go and have a moment in a hotel room and come back with your attitude stank. Okay, I just don't understand how she's always angry.
She's always angry.
Just upset for no daggone reason. Why are you upset, girl?
What's wrong with you? Yeah, we need to figure out. I really hope that we figure out some things on Titans, but I'm very excited about the crossover that's coming up in the next 2 episodes or so. They've already mentioned Niles Coulter. If you didn't notice, in episode 5, they mentioned Niles Coulter. And I think it was Beast Boy who mentioned him.
You want to explain for the people who Niles Coulter is?
Niles Coulter is the Professor X of Doom Patrol. Mm-hmm. And within this series, he was played by 2 different gentlemen. I'm going to mess it up, but I know one is Timothy. He used to be the ex-James Bond. And so, God, I had his name on the tip of my tongue, and I forgot.
Oh, Timothy Dalton. And Jeffrey Combs.
Yes.
And yeah.
They both played Niles Coulter, one in the pilot and one in the series. And so, and I believe in the crossover. So that was all good. That was all good. But they've mentioned the Doom Patrol again, just in this episode. So I think because of Magic, Niles Coulter and that whole crew is deeply connected to Magic, just like Constantine is, that this whole new what they're doing, this crossover on Titans is going to be pretty epic. And Stargirl is.
I was just about to ask you that. Is that still happening?
Yes, not at the same time, allegedly.
Yeah.
But they are going to cross over as well. So I think it is Doom Patrol is going to cross over on Titans, and Stargirl is going to cross over on Doom Patrol. And Doom Patrol starts next week. So we'll see what and why, how all
I can't
things
wait
are
to
connected.
review that because I'm so excited for Doom Patrol.
Well, allegedly, I guess their crossover is coming up either next week. And then
already?
So the crossover on Titans is coming up, and then Doom Patrol starts the week after. So brilliant.
It's really good. Good writing. We'll see how it goes.
Shall see.
So we talked about Titans. Oh,
Stargirl hasn't come back. She's been on break. I know it's so sad because it's so good. This is the best season yet.
And I just don't have any hopes that they're going over to HBO Max like I did before.
Well, we don't know. James Gunn said he hasn't gotten there yet. He's only revealed his phase 1 reveal, which is the movies and the series on HBO Max. Peacemaker 2, that's coming. The Lantern Corps, we already talked about. The Matt Reeves Batman Penguin series, that's coming, which is all awesome. So he has not even greenlit or even talked about Doom Patrol next phase or next season. Titans, Stargirl, none of that stuff.
Yeah.
But they did say that what he's going to do is his own version of Crisis on Infinite Earths.
That's going to be
sounds like
interesting.
that's what they're working up to.
Yeah, I would hope so.
It's going to be like 10 times bigger than the CW's version,
and
which was nice.
Duh.
It was nice for the CW.
It was cute. It was cute for Disney.
This should be epic and much bigger.
Of course, it'd have a bigger budget.
Correct.
And HBO Max doesn't care about anybody's feelings, child. They just let you have it.
Yeah. And if this is gonna start with HBO Max or even cross over into the movies, which it should do, it's just all gonna be awesome. So I'm looking forward to see DC really build up their game and their catalog, because Marvel is like light years ahead of them right now.
Yeah. So we'll see how that goes. What was the other thing that we're gonna talk? We talked about Titans, and we were gonna talk about oh my God.
We talked about Peacemaker.
Peacemaker.
Yes.
When is that coming out?
Peacemaker is coming out next year sometime. I know that they're in production, just like Man of Steel 2 is in production, pre-production. So we'll see what happens with them. But I really enjoyed Peacemaker 1, so I can't wait to review season 1 and talk to you guys about that, because that connects to every single thing going forward.
And Marvel fans, if you guys really enjoyed Guardians of the Galaxy and that series, of that comedy and all of that, and how that navigated, you are going to love Peacemaker, because it has that same James Gunn-esque type.
If you saw the
vibe.
Second Suicide Squad, then you will love Peacemaker.
The one with Idris Elba, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Now, allegedly, the first one is going to get a revamp because there's an Ayers cut. The director did a completely different version of the first Suicide Squad, and they say it feels a lot like James Gunn, the second Suicide Squad. But what's his name? Walter Amado. Anyway, that guy who got fired, he demanded reshoots, and so he ruined the first Suicide Squad movie. So it wasn't even the director's fault. So hopefully James Gunn will approve that release onto HBO Max as well, like they did for the Snyder Cut. And I'm looking forward to seeing the Ayers cut of Suicide Squad, the first one, to see what it was really about.
Yeah, because we all know that the cuts for the director's cuts seem to be way better. Like
always. It's like, was Armada working secretly for Marvel? Because he was sabotaging DC. Was he secretly? Kevin Feige, did you have him on payroll?
Was he a secret agent?
It makes sense.
stop a production. You be a messy.
Yeah,
back
even there he had his hand in trying to keep Jon Stewart out of the Snyder movie. Like, what you have against Jon Stewart? Y'all like black people, Armada? What's the problem? He's Asian. Y'all like black. What your problem is, boy?
Right, sir. Okay, so we gotta go because production and Just Dominic is cutting up, and so we don't want to get terminated. Anyway,
Vodka? What's in this? What's in this?
Nothing but water, but I cannot show you the brand because they haven't sent us a check.
Yeah,
All right, y'all. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us this week.
Yes.
Welcome back. We are happy to be back. We're so excited,
Really
and we're excited for the next phase of things. It looks like DC's picking back up. It looks like Marvel is somewhat trying to get their stuff together.
Yeah,
so
and we're gonna review everything. We're gonna even talk about Sandman, which we haven't reviewed or talked about at all. So we're gonna do all of that with DC and Marvel in the weeks to come.
Sandman is one of my favorite DC.
But we ain't gonna talk about it right now. We will review the entire first season. You're gonna have to wait for it.
It's one of my favorites.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. It's pretty darn awesome.
I love it.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, stay tuned for so much more. We got so much more for you.
Sorry, I got distracted.
Yes. So I'll just start the close off by saying
thank you guys so much for joining us. Don't forget to check out. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, no. Don't forget to check out our mother network, Pyro Media Network, and checking out all the shows that are on it by going to www.pyromedianetwork.com. Also, head over to Berlin Flight Radio, where you can listen to this show as well as other shows on Pyro Media Network, as well as all the cool content and songs and music on there as well.
That's right.
And if you want to have a show like this, or if you want to be on Pyro Media Network to have a show, podcast, what have you, you can go over to pyromediaproductions.com. And if you just have questions about the overall company, you can go over to pyromediaenterprises.com. We got a lot of websites.
That's right. They real too. They legit too.
Okay. We pay our taxes.
That's right.
All right, so go ahead and check those out. We love you guys. We cannot wait to see you guys next week. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe on your way out. And until then,
stay unusual. That's
Bye,
right.
guys.
See ya.